Hi, how are you? How are you doing? The purpose of this message, the purpose of this video is to don't let others determine your faith. Don't let others determine your faith. Okay? In Romans 12:2, it says, "Do not be conformed by the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." To finish that verse, it says that you may prove what is good and acceptable in the perfect will of God. That you may prove what is the perfect will and acceptable will of God, not others, what you are able to prove. Do not let others determine your faith. A good friend of mine, Austin, once said, if someone can convince you to love God, someone also can convince you to love the devil. You have to do this because this is something you want to do. You have to actively seek God. You have to want to get to know God for yourself. You can't let others determine that for you. You can't, because if they are able to lead you to God, people are able to lead you astray. So you have to actively want to seek Him, to know Him, to love Him on your own account. This is something that you have to be willing to do, to get to know Him, who He is, an almighty God who is all powerful, who gives us the free will, but is still so merciful, who's loving, who's kind. Like, oh my gosh. But it's like, you can't allow others to influence your faith. Just because someone else is doing something doesn't give you the right to do it. It doesn't give you the okay to do it. So now your faith is questioned because you see someone else doing something and you want to do the same thing that they're doing. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. If you see someone else committing the acts of sin, you're going to commit the acts of sin just because they decide to do that. That has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with your walk. It has nothing to do with your faith. It has nothing to do with your journey. What they decide to do with their life has nothing to do with you. The only thing you can do is pray for them and ask that they see the error of their ways, that they continue to do wrong, but you pray for them and hoping that they have a change of heart, that they have a renewal in their mindset. You ask them to have conviction. That's what you have to do. That is what a follower of God, a disciple, that is what a leader does. He does not do everything else being a follower because that is what the crowd is doing. When I say this, I kind of almost hate when I say this because no, I'm not comparing myself to Jesus. No one is Jesus. Jesus is perfect. They hated Jesus. So doing what's right, you ultimately will looked at like you're a fool, like you're a lame, like you're doing something wrong. People will laugh at you. People will judge you. But that's okay. It's okay because Jesus suffered. He suffered, and that's what we have to do. We have to suffer. We have to endure because we understand what is right. That's what having faith means. That's what having faith is. It's not saying you have faith one day and then you're going out and you're doing wrong the next day because you're seeing your friends doing it, because the people you hang around is doing it, because you see the riches, you see the wealth. You don't know what they had to give up. You don't know the sacrifices they made, what they was willing to do for that. That's not you. That's not supposed to be you. That's not in your will. God only wants the best for you. Those are led astray. You have to continue to seek Him for you, for your benefit, so you are able to reap your souls. So you are able to see your garden from the seeds that you've planted, not what others are. So that's why you cannot allow someone else to convince you. You cannot let others determine your faith. You cannot allow others to convince you to love God. You cannot allow others to convince you to love the devil. It's ultimately up to you what decision you make, what path do you want to take. It's all up to you and how you want to live out your life. And if you say you are, then your fruits will show. And it's as simple as that. But I definitely want to leave this message. Don't let others determine your faith for you. Okay, just because you see them doing things that you wanted to do in your life or you want to do, don't do that because you see them doing that. Just because you see others doing it does not mean it's right, or it doesn't mean that it's for you. Okay? Be strong-willed. Be a leader, be determined to walk in your own faith, to walk your own journey. Don't be influenced. Again, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mindset so that you may prove what is good and acceptable for the perfect will of God. Only that's up to you. And that's what I want to leave this message off. It's up to you. Thank you.